Hello, friends. I'm Pastor Edwin Estevez, and I'm here at Grace Church in downtown Wilmington, and I want to wish you a blessed Friday to you and yours. I want to share a couple of things, and I want to tell you a little bit about where I'm standing. But first, this Sunday, we are welcoming back Reverend Jim Mailer. He will be with us in worship occasionally, though he is retired. But we are grateful for his leadership in worship this Sunday, so make sure you tune in. We will be continuing our sermon series on exile. We're looking at what is the promise in the midst of exile. Last week we talked about the sense of exile, that the human condition, according to Genesis, is that of exile. We feel out of place, like we don't belong, and like we're disconnected, we're estranged from one another. We have this sense of alienation. This coming week, we're going to look at what is the promise in the midst of that alienation. We are, of course, invited to offer our sense of alienation to God for God's healing, as we talked about last week. But this week is we look at what are actually the ways that God blesses us in the midst of exile. What can we learn from it, and what is the promise? So I'm looking forward to that this Sunday. Please tell a friend. Please share the link on Facebook, on YouTube, and please check out our website and share that with neighbors and loved ones. We are grateful for your support. The second thing I want to mention is the 2020 challenge. Once again, thank you to so many of you who have stepped up to the challenge to help address the financial issues that Grace Church is facing and to help us in a variety of ways, resourcing us with your time, with your expertise, your talent, and with your treasure. So thank you for the ways that you're stepping up to support. Please continue to prayerfully consider if you haven't contributed to the 2020 challenge. Please do so with a generous heart and as an act of worship. If you've already contributed to the 2020 challenge, thank you. And we, of course, invite you to continue to look for ways that you can support Grace Church and the mission and ministry that we feel called to. And the third thing I want to let you know about is, of course, our traditional membership opportunity as well as our Grace Church fam. Traditional membership, for those of you who've gone through the process, you take a couple of classes, you learn about church history, you learn about the basics of the Christian faith, you learn about the Methodist movement, and you learn specifically about Grace Church and how we're feeling called in the way of Jesus here and now through Grace Church. So if you want to join through traditional membership, please see either myself or Pastor Chelsea. Let's connect. There are a couple of dates available, and that information, it will be found in the e-news. The other way is if you're not planning on doing traditional membership, maybe you don't live in the state of Delaware, or maybe you don't feel comfortable coming into the sanctuary for a long time, or you may even be a member of another faith-based organization or a church. That is okay. Grace Church fam, F-A-M, from home, affiliated membership is just another way to engage. It's another way to belong to a community. It's another way to deepen your faith, to deepen your connection here. And there's some opportunities for you to get access to our space and our community and the things that we're doing through the Grace Church fam. So again, if you want more information about that, you want to connect, please let myself or Pastor Chelsea know. And the other last thing I will mention is, as we look to Thanksgiving, I know this is going to be a very different Thanksgiving for so many of us. Our travel plans have changed. We're trying to figure out how to stay healthy and safe. If you are someone planning your Thanksgiving meal, I hope you'll consider supporting the Thanksgiving Meal Box. In partnership with the Food Bank of Delaware, we're offering Thanksgiving boxes that will take care of your Thanksgiving meal. And this is a way to support a nonprofit, to support the ministry that this collaboration has brought up for us in being able to serve our neighbors. And you get to eat delicious and healthy food and celebrate Thanksgiving at home and with loved ones. So if you would consider that information is available in the e-news, so check that out. And lastly, where am I standing? I am standing in my office. This is formerly the preschool office. Everywhere I go in the city of Wilmington and I tell people I'm at Grace Church, they say, oh, Grace Church with the preschool. Preschool is renowned. We know that there was a lot of good work, a lot of good ministry that happened through the preschool. And so we're thankful for the legacy. And guess what? That supportive education, that legacy of Grace Church hasn't ended. We have supported Stubbs Elementary. We educated people through our preschool, and we continue to do so through our Servium Girls Academy collaboration. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. And we're thankful for the legacy of this space and this location and the city that God has called us to. God bless and happy Friday.